That's Money Brown, man. Ernest Jr. Boy, Money Brown, he get a lot of money, so I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV and keep punching, baby.
Yo, what's going on after the fight? Well, this your boy Money back with another one, man. And this one here is on two big dogs in this boxing game. We got Canelo Alvarez, the 4-division world champion, the unified super middleweight world champion, looking to be undisputed November the 6th when he take on Cater Plant, the IBF super middleweight world champion, and Canelo will defeat him. And then we got Oscar Valdez, the man who just defended his WBC super featherweight world title against Robson Conceicao, who is one hell of a fighter. And they gave us a hell of a fight last night, right? With Oscar Valdez, winning. But, Canelo Alvarez had some things to say to Oscar Valdez in the back, letting him know that the uppercut was there for him in this fight. And he should have closed the distance a little bit more. You understand? But he's letting him know, like, when you swinging over, you missing. He's ducking. You should have came right up under with the uppercut and caught him with a couple of them bitches and stayed tight instead of being a little too wide. He was a little too wide out there, right? Now, Canelo Alvarez showed up to the fight. We all know the crowd went crazy, man. Whenever Canelo Alvarez walked into the building full of Latinos and Mexicans, y'all know how Canelo Alvarez do it, fam. So he came into the fight, and he was, screaming and yelling at Oscar Valdez, giving him advice, letting him know what shots to throw, things of that nature. Of course, Oscar go listen to Eddie Reynoso, but Canelo on the outside looking in, seeing things as a fighter, knowing what shots to throw, how to throw them, when to throw them, and he was giving advice to Oscar Valdez, let him know to let that shit go. You understand me? Let that shit go. You feel me? So it was a thing to see what Canelo coaching outside the ring. You never know what he get his fighters, what he want to do in the future. But nonetheless, he was giving Oscar the right advice because the uppercut was there. Oscar wasn't really throwing it as much as he should have threw it. But, Rob Conceicao is a slick fighter, man. One hell of a fighter, defensive fighter, gold medalist for a reason. Gold medalist for a reason. Now, we all know Oscar Valdez in the hot seat. He got popped for the phenamines and things of that nature. A sample, B sample came back. A lot of people saying, he shouldn't have fought. He should have been stripped. The WBC shouldn't have let the fight go on. Bob Erm should have did something. Everybody should have did something to make sure that this fight didn't happen. But the fight happened. The fight happened, and the fight was a success. It was a success. The people came out. They showed out. I'll wait to see what the numbers was the night of the fight. But nonetheless, man, the fight happened. The fight was a fucking bomb burner. It was a hell of a fight. They both was banging it out at times, because Robson is skillful, and he did what he's supposed to do inside the ring, facing somebody like Oscar Valdez, who is a power puncher and a pressure fighter. You understand what I'm saying? When you have the bull versus the matador got to be the matador. But Conceicao had great fucking rounds in that fight. He did his thing in the fight. You feel me? He did his thing to where people can see that he's on that level with an Oscar Valdez, with a Shakur Stevenson, with a Jamel Hearn, with the best of the best at 130 pounds. So he earned his name that night, and a lot of people feel like he was robbed. A lot of people feel like he was robbed. They feel like he was landing the more punches and things of that nature. They seen Oscar Valdez face, shit like that. So, that's how people judge the fight nowadays. But the fight wasn't a robbery. People can stop that shit. It was not a robbery. A robbery is when you go in there. And I'm going to tell y'all the robbery. Ernest Laura versus Paul Williams. That's a robbery. That's what you call a fucking robbery. You understand what I'm saying? Understand what a robbery is in the game. But nonetheless, Canelo Alvarez being in attendance, supporting Oscar Valdez, supporting his stablemate, it gave him a lot of hope and to try to help him keep his head clear, stand in the fight. You feel me? Stand in the fight. Because like I said, going into a big-time fight like this, bro, with all the distractions around you, now, let alone you brought these distractions on yourself. You brought them on yourself. But you got to learn how to deal with this shit inside the big fight, because this is a championship fight. And when you're in a championship fight against an undefeated fighter, and not only an undefeated fighter, a fucking gold medalist that know how to fight, you need all your burns, you need your head, your wit, everything got to be focused on that fight for that night. Otherwise, your ass will be leaving out without a belt with your first loss. You know what I mean? Oscar Valdez stayed down. He stayed solid. He stayed put on the pressure. He was taking it to give it. And he pulled it out. He found a way to win. He found a way to win at the end of the day. He found a way to win. And that's all that matters right now. Right now. Now, we all know Canelo will get good advice to Oscar. We know that this, like I said, this thing is not going to go away just like that. So people going to look at it and be like, well, this, that, and the third. And the things Oscar Valdez was saying after the fight, it let me know that this shit is bothering him and that it's going to bother him for a while. It's going to bother him for a while. But when you got people like Canelo Alvarez, lean on Eddie Reynoso, Andy Ruiz, you know, people in the gym that you can talk to and they can big you up, and you know you putting in the hard work, you out there doing what you got to do, then, like I always say, bro, time heals all wound. And like my pops say, rest his soul, it get greater later. It get greater later. Right now, you got to deal with all this backlash. You got to deal with the shit you brought on yourself. Don't cry about it. Be a man about it. Hold your motherfucking head up like a man. You feel me? Hold your head up like a man. Take it on the chin and keep pushing. You're a goddamn fighter. You're a fighter. Life is just like boxing. You go deal with your downs. You go deal with your ups. Everything is not going to be peachy-peachy. You feel me? It's not going to be peachy-peachy. And you'll find that out quick. You'll find that out quick. It's just like the media only builds you up to break you down. Sometimes fans do the same thing. Sometimes fans do the same thing as the goddamn media. You feel me? Build you up to break you the fuck down. Acting like they with you, 1 minute they're against you. That's how boxing go. You feel me? But when you bring it on yourself, you got to take it like a man. You got to take it like a man. You feel me? But nonetheless, Canelo Alvarez giving Oscar Valdez, you know, advice, letting them know, and everything happens, and you get better in the future. You get better in the future, bro. You live, you learn, and you become greater. You become greater. You know? Now, Robson Conceicao was a small test to the next big things. Because the Shakur Stevensons of the world is way difficult than Rob Conceicao. You feel me? Way difficult. So all these fights will teach you something. You got to take something from each fight and learn from it. Take something from each fight and learn from it. Just like Canelo, he got better with every fight. And as he get better and better, people can't believe how good he's getting. They can't believe how good he's getting to the point they got to say he's doing this, he's doing that, oh, that, and this. They got to bring all this shit up on him because you're getting better, bro. So, like I say, this is a fresh wound. When she gets shot and motherfuckers are pouring alcohol in the wound, they not trying to put peroxide. They not trying to put the red shit, the betadine in. They pouring straight alcohol and trying to make that shit burn and hurt. So right now, man, with Oscar Valdez, this is one that we know what was going to happen after the fight. If he went in there, he looked too good, he knocked him out, or the amphetamine did this, it did that. You go in there, you struggle, or he couldn't put it in the system, it's this, and that. So this how the game goes, bro. We know how it go. It was already a double-edged sword. It was a lose-lose situation for him. A lose-lose. But like I said, the best thing for him to do is to go out there and win. Because like I said, it's going to feel better. People trying to kick you up your ass and throw you under the bus and pull your hair out. All that shit as a champion. Then you going in there with your first loss. Your belt got taken from you. Now this motherfucker riding into the sunset with your glory. After they saying you this, that, and third, it'd have been way worse. It'd have been way worse. So right now, man, shouts out to Canelo for stepping up to the plate. You know what I'm saying? Taking these bullets because he know that people fit to shoot bullets at him left and right. He already understand that, and that's why I tell y'all Canelo is one of the most mentally tough motherfuckers in the game because he had to go through all this shit at a young age, and he's seeing what's going on now. So he know how this shit goes, man. He knows it's going to be damn if you do, damn if you don't. So right now, you just got to focus on controlling what you can control. Go out there, whoop ass, take names later, add up belts, add yourself to the history books. At the end of the day, the history books is what counts. The history books is what counts. As long as you write your fucking chapter and you going down as one of the greats inside the history books, it doesn't matter what nobody said about you. People will have their judgment on you. They will have their judgment on you. But it's a lot of people in the world. You're going to have some people looking at this way. You're going to have some people looking at that way. But the history books don't lie. The history books don't lie. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. I say men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So if your numbers are up there and you steady continue to win and you add on belts and you add on divisions and you add on undisputed and shit of that nature, they can't stop you. They can't stop you. Whether they want to say you did this, you did that. Greatness is greatness at the end of the day. Greatness is greatness at the end of the day, bro. So if you're in the history books, bro, and you a 4-division world champion, you're an undisputed world champion, right? It might be undisputed twice. Might be undisputed twice. But you're an undisputed champion, they can say what they want. People will go back. People will watch the fights. People will have their own, I repeat, people will have their own mindset, and they will look at it the way that they look at it. When it's all said and done, people going to say this about Canelo, say that about Canelo. In the future, when his career is over, and the next generation is coming up, and the next generation go back, and they view the tapes, They view the fights. They look at the names. They see the performances you put on. They see what type of style you put out, what type of style you got, how you perform, how you load up on your shots, how you knock motherfuckers out, how you do this, how you carry yourself. Man, can't nobody say shit about you, dog. Can't nobody say shit about you, dog. People will judge you to your fucking grave. They will judge you to your grave. You understand me? So your job is to go out there and just do what you can do, dog. Go out there and just do what you can do. Control what you can control. And like I say, man, continue to put things in them history books. And that's what Canelo Alvarez is doing. And people better watch and take lead and take notes. Watch, take leads, and take notes. You understand what I'm saying? We got to learn how to block all the noise out. Block it out. This fight game is a fucking serious game. It's a serious game, bro. And if you can't be right mentally, if you don't know how to block everything out mentally and go into that square circle and say, this where it's all count, this where I got to say, fuck this person, fuck that person. Don't worry about this, don't worry about that. Just focus on that man on the in the ring with you that's trying to knock your fucking head off and take your life and take your food off your plate. Take him out and then deal with all the other shit afterwards, bro. Deal with everything else afterwards. And that's why Canelo is one of the best. That's why I got Canelo going to be the greatest Mexican fighter of all time, no matter what nobody says. No matter what nobody says. Y'all can have y'all thoughts. I got my thoughts. Cats talking about, yeah, money, but Chavez, yeah, I respect Chavez. I respect him on a whole nother level. But Canelo will go down as the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. And Chavez knows it well. Understand me? Listen to what I'm saying. Take my words with a grain of salt. Chavez know that Canelo is going down as the greatest Mexican of all time, bro. And that's just what it is. But Canelo Alvarez stepped back there, came to the fight for Oscar Valdez, bigged him up, kept him up, and you know, it helped him get through. And Canelo go help the man get through this situation. That's how I look at it. That's how I view it. That's my thoughts. Until then, it's your boy Money. It's the NSBC moving. Ain't nobody safe in these streets. If you want to donate, OG Money on Cash App. TreyHampton52@gmail.com on PayPal. If not, just tell a friend, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share the videos. And y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.